Welcome back to today's video. So my name is Sandra if you have not been here before, and today we are going to do kind of a sleek and sexy makeup look. I'm not going extravagant, I'm not using any eyeshadows, but you will see shortly that even without eyeshadow you can get a fantastic look. So what we're going to start with, let me just find my eyeliner here. Okay, so I found my eyeliner too. I don't want to use this, how should I say it? I don't want to use it too much. I don't want it like a really thick eyelined look because it really closes off your eye, even if it is a non-black shade. But what we're going to start with today is a primer, of course, because you guys know I always start with primer. I'm going to use my Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. This is one of my favorite primers that I have used to date. So I'm going to put this primer. Oh, it smells fantastic. Love this stuff. Still waiting to get it. I'm pressing it into my pores, and it actually has kind of like a, I don't want to say sticky, but kind of, I guess it's the only really word for it, kind of a sticky texture, so it also helps to adhere your makeup to your skin, which I like. I don't like the feeling of it, but once your makeup is on, it feels really good. Next, I'm actually just going to put a little bit of my Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer. Man, every single time I say that, it takes forever. It's a mouthful for sure. I'm going to put 2 pumps directly onto my sponge. Wow, it got like a little chunky there. I'm just going to put it all over my face. Yeah, there's little chunks. It must have dried up in the applicator. Weird. Okay, continue putting all over the face. I'm just dabbing it in. And I just want really glowy skin. I want very, very natural skin today. Usually eyeshadow is what takes forever. And we're going to be very quick with this makeup application, focusing on the skin, but I'm using eyelashes today. So I don't really think I've done just eyelashes. I might not even use eyeliner. We'll see. I might just darken up the lash line a tad. Okay, so next, that is applied. I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm using my Tarte Foundcealer, my Babassu foundation. And I'm mixing 2 shades again, 42N, Tan Neutral, and 35G Medium Golden. I love these products, and I think this is my go-to for summer. And we'll see, because this stuff is very moisturizing, which I really, really love. And so maybe it'll work for winter too, because you guys know I talk about my dry skin all the time. So my skin is looking very glowy, which I love. I will be using my Jeffree Star Magic Star powder and concealer, but I don't want this kind of glow to go away, so I'm going to be very, very light with it. Now I'm also going to actually, I guess I'll do concealer first. So I'm going into my e.l.f. color correcting stick for under eye dark circles. This is orange to correct dark circles. And remember, if you have redness on your face, a green color corrector helps with red. Purple is supposed to brighten everything up. And darkness is kind of peach for lighter skin tones, or like an oranger color for darker skin. I guess technically this is too light for me, but it's the only one they actually had in stock, and it seems to have been working anyway. It really helps with those dark under eye circles. So I'm just going to put a little bit more right here. I'm just going to put my concealer right over top. I'm actually using a darker shade. This is the C15 by Jeffree Star. It still has more of a yellow undertone. When I go in with my bronzer, again, I'm not contouring today. I might darken up temples and the forehead a bit, but I'm not going to highlight with my concealer. And I'm not even going to really focus on the eyelid either, because I'm not putting anything on the eyelid. If I want to just put it on there to blend it out, that's fine. I usually like to go in with my F06 powder sweep by Sigma. But before we do that, I'm going to go in with my Hollywood Flawless filter. This is the shade 5 Tan. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheekbones. I might put some highlight on my cheekbones today, but I'm not really going to highlight anything else. Sometimes I've been overdoing it with the highlight on the Cupid's bow, and I'm just not doing that today. I want glowy skin, but not like see me from space glowy skin, if you know what I'm talking about. This product is amazing. I love this stuff. This adds an extra glow. Okay, so we're all blended out. I'm just going to tap out my creases before we apply the powder. I am using Jeffree Star Magic Star powder in the shade Banana. So again, it's darker to go with the tan look that I'm trying to pull off today. I'm going to tap a little bit of this in the cap. And first I'm going to do the under eyes with my F06 powder sweep. Again, I'll tap them out quick here. And go straight in. Put the powder on the lid. The powder under the eye. And then just make sure that doesn't crease. And then also I always check my forehead as well, and I just tap out that area, and will quickly powder that as well to set it quick before it decides to settle in my fine lines once more. Done and done. So I'm going to take my F20 large powder brush and just gently powder the rest of my face, not being too precise about it, but I just want to make sure my makeup stays put. It's not going to go anywhere. And I love having this darker shade because then my skin doesn't necessarily look highlighted. I can go in with my bronzer and not feel like parts of my face are super bright and then I'm contouring, because basically I usually do that when I'm contouring if I'm going to add like a highlighter with my foundation, my concealer. Okay, face is powdered and you can kind of still see like a nice glow coming through, so it still looks natural. But I am going to take that first little brush, the F06, and I like to do tiny little circles around my eye area because I feel like it just sets the powder in those little lines and makes everything look a little bit more natural and clean looking, especially the under eye. So I always just look up during this step. And now we're going to quickly go in with bronzer. So I'm using my Tarte Park Ave Princess palette to bronze. I'm going to take my F30 large powder. I'm going to swish it in all the colors, including the sparkle color, which actually doesn't make my face overly shiny or sparkly, just gives a slight glow. So I focus on the high points of my face, which are my nose, bring it down onto the tops of my cheekbones, chin, and of course forehead. Okay, then we're going to quickly blush, so I take my F10 by Sigma. I'm going to take my Tarte Blush Bliss Blush Palette. Why are these such tongue twisters? I'm just going to put my brush in all of the colors. You guys, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I love to do that. I'm going to blush my cheeks. I always add a little bit to my chin and a little bit on my nose. I feel like my nose is really bronzed, but the rest of my face isn't. So I'm just going to add a little bit more to my head, my forehead. There we go. Maybe just blend that out. My eyebrows haven't done yet, so that works. Put a little bit more of this on. And I think that's good. It kind of gives me a natural flush. It looks like I've just spent some time outside in the sun. Next, I am going to take my F64 Soft Blend Concealer, and I'm going to be using my Benefit Cheekleader. This is the Mini Bronze Squad, and I'm the shade Cookie. So again, this has a lot more sparkle than I like, but if I just put a tiny bit on my cheekbone right here, I'm not going to overdo it today, just on the high point of my cheek, maybe a touch on my nose, touch on the chin, but I'm not overdoing it today at all. Okay, so quickly give my face a spray and then we'll go off camera and do brows. I have no idea what products I want to use today for brows, but as soon as I get back, I will tell you what I use. Okay, so eyebrows are done. I kind of had to fight with them a bit and I'm not completely happy, but whatever. I actually used, again, kind of the same thing I've been using recently, my Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in 305 Soft Brown, and then to follow that to make them look a little bit more natural, like eyebrows, my Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in Soft Brown. So those are the two brow products I used. Really been liking it. It says soft brown, but it feels more like an ashy color. So it makes my eyebrows look darker, but also a bit more natural. And at the front, I usually just take my pencil and I flick up to make it look like natural hairs, but this one is still giving me some trouble. There, that looks a bit better. So just to kind of make my makeup look a bit more natural, I'm going to take my Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray, Shake it really good. And this is my new one. I had to throw the other one away. It was all gone. So that's the first spray, and I'll probably do it one more time after my makeup is completely done. I did very lightly line the lower water rim of my eye with this Beauty for Real Eyeline 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Whiskey. So this shade is kind of like, I guess, a dark bronzy color, which I really like. So that just makes my eyes look like, not really my eyes, but it looks like my lash line is darker. So I like that. And now I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation in black. I will do mascara off camera. And for lashes, I have so many lashes, I don't know which ones to pick. Which, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Let's see. Maybe I should use some new Morphe lashes. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go in with this Hollywood Hills lashes. These are the $4 lashes, and I'll see what they look like once they are on. We will be right back to do this. The lashes are all done. The only thing that I might do is take a bit of my highlighter. So this is my Tarte Skin Twinkle Volume 2 palette. I'm going to take this brightest shade here and just put a spot on my inner corner of my eyes. And not actually do my brow bone, just the inner corner here. I had trouble with the left lash, which I actually did first today. Usually I do the right one first. But yeah, I had trouble with this one, but not the right one. Go figure. So just like that. And I hope that's going to stick. It looks like it, so we're just going to leave it like that. And if I move this lash up a bit right here, it looks like the right one here. But anyway, so for lips, I'm just going to use my Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Polish in the shade Sandy, my namesake, and that is it. That is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't a crazy eyeshadow makeup tutorial, but I still think it's very sexy. It is very everyday wear, and I really enjoy this look on an everyday basis. So until next time, you guys, please be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell button to be notified the next time I post another video. So until next time, take care, have a wonderful weekend.